This is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and I am continuing my series on 40mm aluminum padlocks with this lock, the Squire model SAL 40. This is one of 3 locks that was sent to me by Pete Restall in the UK, which will be appearing in this series. So Pete, thank you very much for your contributions. Let's dig into this lock by looking at the keyway. Okay, as you can see, it's a pretty open keyway. It does have a bit of warding blocking the direct center line. However, if we skew that line off to the right a little bit, you can see we do have a direct line from top to bottom, so I am not going to be counting this as a paracentric keyway. In addition, we can fit a full 25,000 standard hook in here and pick it quite easily with that, so this lock will not get any points for requiring a special pick to open it up. Before we pick it, one more note. Unfortunately, this Squire is bypassable. There's plenty of room to get a bypass tool through that keyway, and I'm using this American lock bypass tool from Peterson. Just place it all the way in, twist, and this lock opens right up. So we will be subtracting points for this lock being of a bypassable design. Okay, let's keep going by seeing what it takes to pick into this lock. We'll be using a 40 thousandths pry bar for top of the keyway tension and this standard hook in 25 thousandths. 1's loose. Click out of 2, 3's loose, 4's loose, 5 is binding, click there, back to 1, click out of 1, nothing on 2, 3 dropped us into a false set, 4 getting some feedback there, and that opened the lock up. Okay, let's take this lock apart and see what's inside. Like most of these locks, it does come apart with a screw right down the shackle hole. This one is a Phillips screw. Okay, here we have the core. It looks like we have a small clip to take off to disassemble this. Okay, now all we need is a key and a follower, and hopefully we'll be able to get this apart easily. Okay, we can see this is a 5-pin core. So no extra points for having 6 pins. This is a little bit greasy, so I'm using a pick to help push these key pins out. So far, everything looks standard, and all of our key pins are standard, and no countermilling in that core. Okay, let me arrange these key pins, and then we will take the driver pins out and see what's there. Okay, driver pins. Number 1 is standard. Number 2 is a multi-step spool. That's an interesting pin. I've never seen one of them before. 3 is the same multi-step spool. So is number 4. And 5 is standard. Okay, so let's tally up our points. We are not giving this lock points for having 6 pins. We are not giving it points for having a paracentric keyway or for requiring a special pick to open it up. No points for countermilling. We do get 3 points for having 3 security pins. Those are the drivers in slots 2, 3, and 4. However, we are subtracting 2 points for being bypassable. So this Squire has a dismal score of 1, putting it in last place. Okay, let me give you a zoom in on these pins now. Okay, as you can see, all of our key pins are standard. We have standard driver pins in slots 1 and 5 And then we have what looks like multi-step spools in slots 2, 3, and 4, which are pins I've never seen before in locks like this. Moving over to our core, you can see it's 5 pins and no counter milling. Okay, so that's all I have for you on this Squire model SAL 40, our new lock in last place. Pete, thanks for sending this over to me. To everyone else, if you have any questions or comments about this lock, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a nice day. Thank you.